Hello everyone, welcome back to C News. My name is Smiley. As you watch, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. We're so glad to have you here with us today. If you're new, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on your notifications so you never miss an update. And if you've been here before, welcome back. We always appreciate your support. Today we're diving into yet another major media controversy involving Meghan Markle and the latest attempt by certain outlets to push a false and misleading narrative about her. You may have seen the recent headlines claiming that Meghan has been dropped by her talent agency, WME, with some reports even suggesting that she was deemed too difficult and too demanding to work with. These claims originated from an article by Page 6. And as expected, the story spread like wildfire across multiple media outlets. But is there any truth to it? Or is this yet another example of how the UK media manipulates public perception when it comes to Meghan? To help break this all down, we'll be looking at an insightful video from Murad Merali, who has fearlessly called out what he refers to as the UK media mafia and their ongoing smear campaign against Meghan. We'll explore how these outlets operate, how they twist narratives to fit their agenda, and why this latest claim about Meghan being dropped simply doesn't add up. Most importantly, we'll also discuss WME's actual stance on Meghan and whether these reports hold any truth at all. So sit back, relax, and get ready as we take a deep dive into the misinformation, media tactics, and the truth behind this latest controversy. By the end of this video, you'll see why it's so important to question the headlines and understand the bigger picture. Let's get into it. Specifically, we'll be looking at the recent claims made about Meghan's relationship with the talent agency WME, or William Morris Endeavour, and how the UK media has framed this story to fit their own narrative. More importantly, we'll examine the insights shared by commentator Murad Merali, who has boldly exposed what he calls the UK media mafia and their ongoing campaign to tarnish Meghan's reputation. Recently, an article published by Page 6 claimed that Meghan Markle had been dropped by her talent agency WME due to being too demanding and difficult to work with. The article also mentioned that Meghan had reportedly not met with WME's power broker Ari Emanuel since January of the previous year, which fueled further speculation about a possible rift between Meghan and the agency. Now, on the surface, this might seem like just another celebrity gossip story. After all, it's not uncommon for public figures to part ways with talent agencies. However, when it comes to Meghan Markle, nothing is ever reported without an underlying agenda, especially by certain media outlets that have made a fortune off attacking her. The language used in the article is also particularly interesting. The term dropped immediately creates a negative connotation, implying that Meghan was let go due to her own faults or failures. The claim that she was too demanding plays into the old and tired stereotype that has followed Meghan for years, the idea that she is somehow difficult or hard to work with. But let's take a step back and ask an important question. Where did Page 6 get this information? Was it from WME? Was it from Meghan's team? Or was it yet another unnamed royal insider who conveniently only ever seems to leak negative information about Meghan? We'll get to that in a moment, but first let's talk about how Murad Merali came into the conversation and why his perspective is so important. In response to these claims, Murad Merali, a well-known commentator who frequently analyzes media narratives, released a video titled Murad Merali Drops Bombshell on UK Media Mafia's Lies About Meghan Being Dropped by WME. In this video, Murad directly challenges the narrative presented by outlets like Page 6. He argues that the term dropped is intentionally misleading and that these kinds of stories are part of a wider effort by certain UK media factions to continuously tarnish Meghan's public image. Merali makes a crucial point. This isn't the first time the UK media has tried to push a negative story about Meghan, and it certainly won't be the last. In fact, since the day her relationship with Prince Harry became public, there has been an almost obsessive effort to frame her as a villain. But why? Why is Meghan Markle, a woman who has done nothing but marry the man she loves, engage in charitable work, and speak openly about her experiences, treated like some sort of public enemy by the UK press? According to Murad and many other media analysts, the answer lies in the way the British tabloid industry operates. These outlets thrive on controversy, division, and sensationalism. They understand that negative stories about Meghan generate clicks, engagement, and outrage, which ultimately bring in more advertising revenue. It's a business model based on exploitation and manipulation.
Check, check. Check one, check two, check, check.
And let's not forget, many of these tabloids have direct ties to the royal family and to powerful individuals who may have their own reasons for wanting Meghan to be viewed unfavorably. This is where Murad introduces the term UK media mafia, a phrase that perfectly captures the coordinated nature of these attacks. But what exactly does he mean by this? When we hear the term mafia, we usually think of organized crime, powerful groups working together behind the scenes to maintain control and eliminate threats. Now apply that same concept to the UK media. Murad Merali argues that certain British tabloids, royal correspondents, and media executives operate as a tight-knit group, deciding what stories get published and how they are framed. And, let's be honest, how many times have we seen the exact same anti-Meghan headlines appear simultaneously across multiple outlets? It's almost as if these stories are being coordinated behind the scenes and released in waves, ensuring maximum impact. Within hours, other outlets pick it up and run with it, citing the original piece as their source. Suddenly, the false narrative becomes fact simply because it has been repeated so many times. It's an old trick, and unfortunately it works. The average reader, who might not have time to fact-check every detail, sees multiple articles saying the same thing and assumes it must be true. This is exactly what happened with the WME dropping claim, but there's just one problem. WME themselves have contradicted this narrative. Despite all the media frenzy, WME has made it clear that they are still representing Meghan Markle. The agency is still involved with Archewell, the foundation Meghan and Harry run, and there has been no official confirmation that their professional relationship has ended. So if WME is still working with Meghan, where did Page Six get their story? This is where media accountability becomes important. Too often outlets publish sensationalist headlines without proper verification, knowing that by the time the truth comes out, the damage is already done. In Meghan's case, the goal has never been to report objectively. The goal has always been to discredit, demean, and dehumanize her at every opportunity. This entire situation is yet another example of how media manipulation works. A false narrative is planted, repeated across different outlets, and weaponized against a public figure. Murad Merali has done an incredible job exposing these tactics, but it's up to all of us to remain critical of the information we consume. Next time you see a sensational headline about Meghan Markle, ask yourself, so why does the media continue pushing this narrative? It's a question that, well, really makes you think, doesn't it? Meghan and Harry's battle with the media has been ongoing for years, and it's unlikely to stop anytime soon. But as long as people like Murad Merali continue calling out the UK media mafia, there's hope that more people will start seeing through the lies. What do you think about this latest media storm? Do you believe that the UK press is deliberately trying to sabotage Meghan's reputation? Let us know in the comments below.
Check one, check, check.
And as always, if you found this analysis insightful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more content. Until next time.